It's fun time.
Hello, friends. We're on the bike again. It is a muggy Sunday morning. I have some there's some canoes in front of me. Looks like they're gonna go have some fun. I am currently headed to church. It is a 7:10 a.m. on, again, this muggy Sunday morning. Anyways, again, I'm headed to church, and I have a specific topic for today, which is odd for me, but this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the night shift. Yeah, and how much it sucks. The lights out. So the night shift is awful. By night shift, what I mean is anybody that works third shift, anybody that works the graveyard, if you want to call it that, anything along those lines, anything between the hours of dark and dark. If you get off work when the sun comes up, if you go in when the sun is down, that's the night shift. And this is why I'm talking about the night shift, is because I currently work swing shift. Swing shift basically means I work all the shifts. Mondays I work first, Tuesday, Wednesdays I work second, Thursday, Friday I work third or overnight. And if night shift wasn't already a beating, swing shift is even worse. But let's just focus on the night shift. A couple things that suck about night shift. I'm gonna say I have 5. We're gonna try to accomplish 5 by the time I get to church. First, it's at night. By this I mean it is between so third shift for me, right, is between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. Which is normally sleepy night time. So you gotta take into consideration that your show up time is at 11 p.m. and that you get off at 7 a.m. So you go in when the sun's down and you get off when the sun is up. In addition to that, you go to, usually, and I've tried both ways, and this will be my next point, but you're gonna go to bed at that, right as you get off. So I get off at 7, I try to go to sleep and be to sleep and be home and everything by about 8. Which is, for those who don't know, this thing's called the sun. It's right over there. It's called the sun, and it's up at that point in time. And unless you have some serious blackout curtains and you're in a nice dark spot, it is hard to freaking go to sleep. Yeah, getting off and going to sleep at weird times, that's really what makes third shift bad. I mean, it's hard to survive in that. That was odd. Second point is that, which derives from the first, your sleep pattern will blow. It sucks. It does not function well with the human body. The human body literally has triggers in their head to tell the body during those periods of time to go to sleep. There's chemical functions telling you that you should not be awake right now, and that makes being awake during that time hard. And when your regular planned schedule is around the middle of the night, it makes living difficult. You don't, especially on swing shift, you do not have a sleep schedule. Like, thought I saw a cop. You do not have a sleep schedule, and it makes everything more difficult, but mostly it just makes you tired and ornery all the time. It does not provide for a healthy living situation. It doesn't provide for like anybody that ever lives off lack of sleep understands that it is a bad thing for you, that you become more irritable, your body literally physically reacts to it. So it's not only a mental, but it's a physical downer when you do not get sleep, and over a sustained period of time, such as years or a year, right, that becomes it's like excruciating. And you wonder why the people who, you know, work at 4 a.m. at Waffle House can be pissed off every now and then. And the reason is because they're literally, like, they're wired to not be, but they're forced to be. And that's, just take it into account that these people work in a period of time that their body is not made to function in. So, number three. Pick number three, my lord. Is going to follow on the same lines as the sleep thing, and it is going to be diet. With lack of sleep, in addition to this, but also just normal diet. It's hard. It's really hard to maintain a constant influx of good food, or not even good food, but like just quality food or semi-healthy food. And by that, I mean, I think my previous comment earlier about the Angry Waffle House waitress kind of proved it, is that there's only certain things open at those times, and unless you meal plan hardcore, you're going to end up going to McDonald's, you're going to end up going to Waffle House, you're going to end up going to Taco Bell, which are, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Taco Bell as much as the next guy, but you can't live off of it because you become 400 pounds and then you die. And like recently, I've been trying, so I'm down 20 pounds since January. And I've been trying to diet and be more diet conscious. And I've been meal planning. But again, that's hard to do sometimes, man. And I run into, like, I want to eat healthy, but I forgot to pack, or I want to eat healthy and I don't have time to go to the store because I just worked an 80-hour week, or things like that. And so I end up going to McDonald's, I end up going to Burger King, I end up going to, I hate Subway, y'all. I hate Subway. It's not as healthy for you as you think it is, and so if you're not going to be healthy, you might as well go to the unhealthy sandwich store or go to Publix and actually get fresh ingredients. Anyways, number 4 is schedule. And this is, I think, the biggest one and will lead to number 5, but man, it is hard to schedule anything with anybody or anywhere when you work during the night shift. And I mean that by like scheduling phone calls. I mean that by like scheduling interviews for other jobs that could possibly not be on the night shift, because they will interrupt your normal sleep pattern. And it's one of those things where I hate working nights because I can't, like you plan to like clean the apartment, you plan to like go and meet a friend for lunch, you plan to go and maybe have an interview that week, maybe you have a service call on your motorcycle and or car or something along those lines. And again, these places are not open during even your time off. Those 2 days you may have off for that week are eaten up by the fact that no one else is awake during those times. There is so much gravel in the road. Oh my gosh. And it makes you become a slightly reclusive. And that's number 5, social life. Social life is going to be hard. And especially for a person like me, which I'm, sitting in that like 25, 23 extrovert range. So I do enjoy to tell people to shut up every now and then. But for the majority of time, I'm a talker. I'm a storyteller by trade. And I really like being around people and being close to people. And when you work the night shift, man, especially if you work it 5 days a week, but there's going to be multiple days where you are just not around people, man. I had to stop and like think there for a second. So the 5 reasons working night shift blows or sucks or is bad. It is because you are working at night. Number 2, you lack sleep and a sleep schedule. Number 3, you are going to have a hard time physically with your body, and especially with the food that you will eat. Number 4, you will be the scheduling is going to be hard, real hard. And number 5, social life will be difficult. I've been working night shifts and swing shifts and stuff for the last 1.5 years now. A little over a year, I'll say that, not necessarily 1.5 years. And yes, it's provided money, and that's been great, but it's a means to an end. And I do want to say that I am constantly thinking about all of those who are forced into that, who are forced into night shift. If you're working night shift for your family, if you're working night shift for anything like that, know that you are thought of and you are prayed for. I hope that is a small blessing to you on this day. And again, thanks for being here, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or anything like that, just leave a comment down below. I am Matt. We are in Nashville. I have just arrived at church. Y'all have a good day.